Today, I bring you an extra special episode as I will be talking to the founder of SetPiece magazine, who, by the way, also had me have an interview with him on SetPiece magazine. So you can go and click on the link that's on the description or on the comment section and then go to www.setpiece.co.za. And there you will find an interview about me, about where I come from, the origins of the Coast Nation Fan TV, and all of the things that I have not shared in this channel because usually we're just sharing the content and the news. So if you want to know more, you can go and check SetPiece magazine. In this video, we're also going to talk about the coaching situation at Kaizer Chiefs. Pitso Mosimane being linked with a job in Nigeria. What does that mean for Kevin Johnson? How many CVs are there for Kaizer Chiefs to kind of assess and look at the coaches? The coaching situation also when it comes to striker coaches. There's a lot that we're discussing in this video, so do make sure to watch until the end. I hope you enjoy. Let's go!
Even if you can come out and say, I don't want to coach, deep down,
We
as
know.
A coach, we know he wants to coach. People will start believing in Johnson. And if he's winning with flair, he's starting to play young players in mixed with experience, and the umuntu onga perform it, yamfake benchini or yam substitute, they'll start believing in Johnson.
I wanted to be wrong about Nsegi because if I was right about him, that would imply that he will have to go, which means we're starting afresh with another coach. And I don't like that because this chopping and changing of coaches from now and then, that's not on. Tell us, who is Mastermind or who is Gilbert?
Yeah. Mastermind is an all-round creative, born in Venda, bred in Soweto. Anything that has to do with creativity,
your online magazine that you are launching, what is the name of your online magazine? How can people find it? And what is it about?
Yeah. The name is SetPiece. It's a sports magazine, digital sports magazine. People can find it on the website, which is www.setpiece.co.za. The first issue will be dropping on the 7th of December. It's basically going to be focusing on everyone that is involved in sports, whether you're a physiotherapist, you are a soccer player, you are a presenter, whatever that you are, whoever that is involved in the sports fraternity is going to be featured in the magazine. We're not only going to focus on the main people that are doing like players, with your coaches only. We're going to focus on everyone, and it's going to be dropping monthly, and there's going to be daily updates on the website.
Oh, okay, that is great. So now, we are also a Kaizer Chiefs fan. That's how we met. That's how we started talking. Otherwise, I would have no interest in you. I'm joking. But let's now talk about our troubled team. Right now, we have been struggling for the longest time. But there's been a lot of comments and people having different opinions. Would you say Chiefs have turned the corner in how they've been doing things in the past 2 seasons, or we're still in the same place basically?
Yeah. Personally, looking from outside, they've been for 7-8 seasons now. They've been saying we are rebuilding. I can tell you now that the past maybe 5 seasons, they haven't been rebuilding really. Because when you say you are rebuilding, meaning that khona abantu mele baxoshwe or khona abantu mele move to certain positions and khona abantu mele balethwe to certain positions. They only did that last season. So when they brought in Usheti Nomangeti to a certain position, khona abantu abaqoshiwe. There's certain people that were let go, there were certain movements. So meaning that they were really rebuilding. They really were rebuilding last season. Turning the corner, they messed. I mean, to be honest, they messed up the whole project. They should have believed in the project because now hiring Unseki, if if they didn't want to believe, they didn't believe in the whole project to start with, they would have hired someone from outside. The fact that they settled for Unseki says that, okay, they saw something in the project, but they were pushed because supporters, bebangasamfuni uma ngethe noShepi at the helm. So they decided, okay, asibeke Unseki laphayana, and that derailed the project. Hence why manje, whoever that is going to come in, already go back foot. Already Kevin Johnson is in the back foot. He's under pressure. They already lost 2 cups already. There's only 2 cups left, which is the league and the Nedbank Cup, which is not going to be easy for the league. I mean, in order for them to be toe-to-toe in the Sundowns, they have to win at least the next 10 games. And we all know they're not consistent at 1. 2, there's injuries in the team to vital players and very important players teaming. So it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be a walk in the park, and it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take players being serious. It's gonna take everyone involved in the team to actually focus on, including fans, because they need the fans right now more than ever. The fans should be with the team, should be supporting. I know which is the lowest difficult, but you need to support the team.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, why are we still supporting? No, you jump the ship game if you're not gonna support the team. If you're gonna be negative all the time, I mean, they're not gonna win every game, but at least they need to win the next 5 games for consistency, for confidence for the players.
I think that's where the other issue is, because some fans like me, I'm not even asking for them to go on a 10-run winning streak, but I want to see continuity from one game to another, right? So I want to see that the coach is clear on what he wants to do. I don't necessarily want every game to be won. I played football. I know that's not how it works, right? You win some, you lose some. That's how any sport work. You can't win everything. So I think that's been one of my frustrations with the coaches that we've had, especially this season. So Winsegi, my thing was, I never rated him to begin with, and now when he was proving me right, it was hurting at the same time. It was like I was right, but I didn't want to be right, because there are things at times to be right and there are times to be wrong. I wanted to be wrong about Nsegi, because if I was right about him, that would imply that he will have to go, which means we're starting afresh with another coach. And I don't like that, because this chopping and changing of coaches from now and then, that's not on, because it just keeps on distracting and disrupting the whole mojo of the team. So I agree with you when you're talking about fans being impatient, but I also get where the fans are coming from. You get me? Yeah. Because even right now, maybe we need to talk about this. Kevin Johnson, and people who are watching the channel will be mad to hear me say this. Sometimes I'm not happy with how Johnson played in the derby. I'm not happy because of the fact that, for me, I'm not saying this is true, this is the fact, undisputed, because he showed fear against our fiercest rivals. You get me? And that's what I didn't like. And I was like, you can't do that. You cannot fear Pirates. And from an hour before the game starts, already Pirates knows Chiefs are approaching this game with fear. And from that, I was like, ish. But what have you thought of Johnson so far? What's your assessment of him?
One, he's too excited to be the coach of Kaizer Chiefs. He hasn't settled in that. Yes, I'm not expecting him to settle in top 50. However, it's like he's too excited. He coaches Chiefs. Oh, that excitement. He's sitting on that excitement. Ngapa is here, ngapa. is afraid to take those bold decisions, which is what the management wants from him. They want him to take bold decisions. Because here's the thing: as much as they are looking for a coach, John Cena is involved in looking for a new coach. However, this still says, if they don't agree on terms, remember you can find a coach, but you still need to agree on terms in a coach change. But if you guys are not agreeing on terms, not a coach change, meaning that whoever that is there will still continue coaching the team. So what does that mean? It means umuntu ofana noJohnson, he must take bold decisions. If ufuna ukudlala uShabalala, dlala uShabalala. If ufuna ukudlala uYoung Mangete, dlala uYoung Mangete. Ungayenzi ukuthi my friends ngeke bamthatha. We want to see Johnson ball, not what people told us about the interview Platinum Star. We want to see it with.
Yeah,
that's what we want to see, pretty much.
Sure.
People, I'm a fan, to be honest. If Johnson goes on and wins the next, let's just say 6 games, he wins those 6 games. People will start believing in Johnson. And if he's winning with flair, he's starting to play young players in mixed with experience, and the umuntu onga performing, yamfake benchini or yamsubstitute, they'll start believing in Johnson. Let's look for a coach. Now it's gonna be okay. Let's look for a left back. Let's look for another striker or 2. Because now there's no need for other players. There's no need to look for a coach because the players know the coach already. There's no need to look for a coach because he's bold. He knows what he's doing. Yes, he's gonna lose. Yes, even if he loses one of the games or 2 or 3 games, they'll still really behind him because they know this coach will be able to play whatever that he wants to play. But Kwamanje is under pressure. I understand. He wants to impress. He hasn't settled in. I don't know after the FIFA break, which is a problem now. According to a little Berry, I know they are meeting sometime next week. So, which means they're going to decide on the CVs they have and the profiles they have. Now, as a Johnson, you've got 3 games. Now, you've got 3 games in December. What are you going to do with these 3 games? That's where you need to show. Because at the end of the day, he's Coach Johnson. He's not a whatever. He's still a coach. And then, And then even if he can come out and say, I don't want to coach, deep down,
we know.
As a coach, we know he wants to coach. If he manages to win and wakes up this giant, his name is going to be there in the history book.
Exactly.
His name is going to be up. And so I think he's still afraid. He needs to take bold decisions. There's games where I feel Mark didn't perform. Keep he has been there, or he's a senior player in a way, he's the captain, he's gonna have a problem with me. No, Shabalala was playing. Not that he did bad in the last 2-3 games that he played, he didn't do bad. He did it. You see against Pirates, I forget 3 in the middle field, which makes Steve not to play. Steve can't play with 3 guys. They have never played with 3 guys.
That's a new topic, actually. Let's transition into that because I find it interesting. We've fought with a lot of people about this. Uguti, what's up with that? What's up with playing Martin Mtetwa and Castillo at the same time?
You're confusing the players as well because Castillo is a defensive midfielder. Yes, he can play as an 8. However, if you're playing him no matter, okay, who's gonna be the sweeper? Or who's gonna be the attacker? Who's gonna be but I'm confused. Okay, who's taking which role? Even if you told them, but without the ball, who's doing what? Who's staying up front and helping the strikers, and who's taking back and helping the defenders? Which becomes a problem and it makes Chiefs not to play in the middle field. That's why in most games we dominate on the side and then we don't in the middle field unless we have Matlo there. Because even Nkosipile and Ngobo, they end up bulldozing Ngobo because he's alone there. Against Swallows we played better, especially second half. We played better because now there was no Castillo. Castillo only came second half. Now Umak was a box to box. Now you get box to box, and then Begafil as a position. Yes, he would go a bit up front, but Begafil as a position. That's why we had shape in the midfield. Otherwise, if it was at 3, no, you can't. I still want to see though, Umtetwa or Ukatilo Adala no Ted. Because Tebo Muye who's able to vary the game, is able to read the game. The games that I watched last season, where I think for me, Bamro the 3 games where he was man of the match. I still want to see that. You know, Magabuye injured, how you fit into the team, how you will play into the team. Again, I still want to see because Adala no Mato. Because Mato is another one on my forward part. Mato is able to control the game. We are control the game because now the game here, what is he gonna do with the ball now? What is he gonna do with the ball? By the time what is he gonna do with the ball? Vula, he lays the pass. That's how he's supposed to play. That's how they're supposed to. Johnson's supposed to be bold. Play those players. Play more ball players. That's what he's known for. More ball players, not defensive. No, defensive. It makes things difficult. Dlala 4-4-2. Dlala Vaviro Pambili nalo makalenda Pambili. 4-4-2. Don't play one man. You know what happened to Potan? That's another question.
Asieglate, right? Because you touched on something interesting. By the way, a topic for another day. I don't believe in 4-4-2 offensively anymore. Because of modern football. I believe we can still play 3 midfielders, just that different types of the midfielders there. Because I feel like most teams are now playing 3 midfielders. And the moment you are playing 4-4-2, you already have 2 and you are outnumbered. And now with more and more teams using this thing of inverting fullbacks, that means it's now 4 against 2 in midfield. So that is why I could understand why they're not playing 4-4-2. But if they were playing 4-4-2 diamond, which is overloading our midfield, then I understand that. Then I understand that. But the one with traditional wingers, or the traditional wingers which were referred to as right midfielder and left midfielder, I don't believe in that one anymore. But the diamond one, can I just say, is the one where you can play all these 3 guys because you insist on playing them all. Because from Castillo, you're still getting goals. From Matt, you're still getting his work rate. Because I don't think there's a player at Chiefs who can actually outwork Matt or outworks Matt. And Umtetwa is your normal defensive midfielder. And then you can play either Matlo or Nkosingphile Ngcobo on top of the diamond in midfield. That could potentially work. What's your take on our strikers not scoring?
Simple answer. We're not cooking in the midfield. We're not cooking this season. If Jabu can show us the stats in terms of how Chiefs is attacking, that shows everything. Last season we're not gonna talk about reference other seasons. Let's talk about last season. Last season we were able to get your yellow cards, your penalties because we were attacking more. A player for me now, was able to score a couple of goals. Let's remove the penalties one. He was able to miss as well. Not to freeze. Was able to get all these chances last season because of how we were attacking last season. We attacked more. We were the second team to Sundowns in terms of attack. The way we were attacking last season. So imagine if we'd taken all of those scoring chances. So we would have taken up position number 2. Even Bulldoze Sundowns to the position number 1. You understand? But we didn't take the chances because we didn't have. About the Priest would miss obvious chances. I mean, we lost the semi-final to Amazulu. First leg, we created all these chances, we missed a lot. So that's another thing. So this season, we're not creating a lot. If you look at the target, shot and goal, and how we're creating, I mean, Chivaviro, if it come last season, he was gonna eat.
He would be eating nice.
He was gonna
Yeah.
eat nicely.
Yeah.
Oh, nicely, Maviro. Maviro mnandi unaleyo nto. Even Makalenda was gonna eat nicely because now we were creating all of these chances. So if we can go back to that, what happened to Solomon? Why Solomon's not playing? Why Solomon's not playing? Here's the thing: people will say Solomon's in call, but Solomon's
angibazi abantu abathi Solomon zinkomo bathi inkomo kanjani.
Yeah, because Solomon will be able to give you a rate yakhe uyakhona ukuya phambili akhona ukubuya. Here's the problem I have no Frost. Frostland will be able to go phambili, will give us the crosses. Makumele abuye. Most cases he's always late. Now
you know
when
what?
you're playing a team like Standard,
sorry kukuphazamisa. You know what's funny? Some people are saying Solomons can only go forward. I'm like, mate, what are you talking about? This man sprints back all the time.
Yes. When we playing Sundowns, a team like Sundowns was hating us. Right. They were killing us because now he's late. He's tired. He goes up. Magamelabu. I gonna let us speed to Solomon. Hence, well, I don't understand why Solomon's not playing. So Solomon is able to give us defense and attack. He's a very good winger as well. Solomon, I mean, you remember the goal we got against, was it Sundowns or Pirates? Who net bank? Was it which team? I don't remember which team. I think Pirates.
I remember the miss against Pirates. Was it an equal? Oh, it was an equalizer. Solomons who crossed with his left foot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they're I think they're past. I don't remember which team.
Yeah.
But I remember Solomon is able to give us that. So why is he not playing? We don't know. We don't know whether he's injured or whatever. So
he's always there warming up.
He's always warming up with the guy. We're not cooking this season. We're not cooking much. We need to start cooking. Once we start cooking, then the strikers will be able to shine. Now, Uranga is supposed to go backwards.
Yeah.
Now, Uranga is not that type of striker. That's how Dupree is able to shine. Dupree is able to fetch the ball here and himself and be able to run. He's good at that. He's able to run with my shoulders, with my strikers. He's good at that. Uranga is a typical number 9. Uranga Melabela in the kitchen and be able to finish off the ball. That's it. No Makalenda 9. That's why Bonagalangati they can't. We're not creating much. We're not. In a game, we create probably 3 or 4, and out of those 3 or 4, 2 of them are off target. 2, that's why we're not scoring much as well. We, the Pirates, we're in the same boat. We're not creating much. It's the same thing. So your teams are not creating.
On that note, do you think that the Chiefs need a striker coach? Besides the fact that we are not cooking in midfield, do we need a striker coach regardless? And who would that be for you?
For me, there's 2 people. For me, if I was going to take Mark Williams or Paul Nzan. Because now, Mark Williams is very good he was very good in terms of killing off defenders, be able to create space for himself, be able to, it was good. Like, Mark Williams would be good for a player like a striker like Dupree. Dupree will shine under Mark Williams. If you go by Mark Williams, will shine. Now, Colin Grania will be able. He was good in the air. Now he needs to coach off Montefano Saile. How do you direct your header? How do you kill off defenders and be able to direct? Like, how do you? He was very good in that. Even Sean Bartlett. Sean Bartlett, he was there, Guma legend, what. You can even rope him in. Why not? I mean, there's a couple of guys that can be able to. I hear Besuma's name is being thrown at even Besuma. He was good. Killing off defenders, be able to hold up play. How do you see, okay, any partner yami striker, if Nalipola, Besuma was very good in that. Besuma, Colin Zanya for me, Maxima Ponyane, Mark Williams, Besuma, Sean Bartlett. Those 5 for me. I mean, if you want to really, really dominate, get 2 of them that are different. You can get a Mark Williams that will deal Nabosaile and you please kind of players, and then you get your Colin Daniel or Sean Bartlett. Amakan. You remember Kokota, Nikovic was eating nicely because, I mean, Patet was the assistant coach. I think he was also coaching him in terms of his striker. He was also dealing with strikers. Next year, we ended up losing the league in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The strikers were on point that season. So Sean Bartlett and Mark Williams, I think for me, just to follow with that because you know we are learning to lay with the you know how it is. So honestly, hey.
Coaching situation.
Yeah.
Who do you think Chiefs will eventually go for? Because before the recording, we're talking about Nigeria making a move for Pitso. Where do you think Chiefs will end up going with this coaching situation?
I know there's a lot of CVs at Naturela at the moment and profile. That is what I know. They've profiled a lot of guys. They're taking their time and also not taking their time because now they understand what the AFCON is coming in January, which is pretty much 2 to 3 weeks. But also, if you're saying you're going to hire a new coach, so meaning you have to hire a new coach now. So when it's the AFCON break, which is in Jan, you coach in Jamil Kale, so you have to start making the decision now. So I think for me, they're looking at the Johnson situation, which is Johnson's of Lava. That's one, you know, because if the players get used to Johnson and Johnson instills that confidence, Johnson instills that philosophy, instills the Chiefs' way, how they want to play and how they are winning matches. There's no need to go and look out for a coach. Personally, that's how I see it, because it's gonna just mess up the whole thing. Really, you know, rather hire other technical guys like they are doing with your physiotherapists, whoever that is going to come in, you know. But if they don't get Pitso, there is Benny McCarthy that is available. As a footballer, he has done more than any South African, including about Lucas Khatebe, but he has done a lot, you know. As a coach, he's not a bad coach. He can instill that philosophy. He's very good in terms of confidence. He can even, you know, discipline as well. He's very good in that. Navi, I don't know if he'll still go for Navi. I was watching interview that Kevin Hunt solo, and I realized that, hey guys, there's still that point to which they might still go for Gavin, and Gavin can still go for Chiefs.
No. That would be weird. Because Gavin Hunt said he didn't want to go to Chiefs, and he said, but you have to pay the bills. So he never wanted to come to Chiefs.
You must watch that interview. He said he might go back to Chiefs because now they have sort of assembled a good squad, and now he can also add a good squad. And I mean,
is bantering. Is bantering.
But if not be South African, if not be so Benny McCarthy, if not Benny McCarthy, then go outside. Get a Spanish guy, get a Brazilian, get a Romanian guy. Those guys tend to do good in South Africa.
Well, I hope that you did enjoy the video, and if you did, please do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also after that, let us know what you thought about our discussion. And after that, then you can click on the link that's on the description or on the top of the comment section and go to setpiece.co.za and read the interview that yours truly did with Mastermind. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, remember, equals and Pelumoy.